Hi, it's Mackenzie from the Brown Homestead. Welcome to another hands-on heritage craftsmanship episode. In our last video, we explored the history and conservation of stained glass. Today, we're going to step into the workshop and look at one part of that conservation process, documenting and carefully dismantling a traditional stained glass panel. Although these windows are often called stained glass, this particular panel is made from colored leaded glass. Before any conservation work begins, it's important to understand how this panel was originally put together so it can be carefully taken apart without losing any information. Let's get started. Before I start taking anything apart, I like to have everything ready to go. So I've got my lead knives, my glass pliers, I've got some glass cutters, I have my gloves and safety equipment close by. Since I'm working indoors, I'm also going to dismantle this panel underwater. It helps keep any lead dust or old cement contained, and it actually starts cleaning the glass at the same time. The first thing I always do is document the panel before taking anything apart. I start by photographing the window so I have a record of its original condition. Then I create a charcoal rubbing. The rubbing records every lead line and every piece of glass exactly where it belongs. If there are any cracks, missing pieces, or textured glass, those details become a part of the record too. Once this panel comes apart, this becomes my guide for putting everything back in the right place. With the documentation finished, it's time to start dismantling the panel. I always begin around the outside edges, gently opening the lead and working away from the glass. The goal isn't to force anything, it's to let the lead separate while putting as little pressure on the glass as possible. Some sections come apart really easily, while others take a little more patience. As each piece comes out, I keep it in order so I don't lose any of the original layout of the panel. One of the nice things about working underwater is that you can actually see all of the old cement and debris being released from the lead. It keeps everything contained and makes for a much cleaner process. Taking a panel apart also gives you a chance to really understand how it was made. You can see previous repairs, cracked pieces, areas where the lead is deteriorated, and you start thinking about what the next stage of the conservation will involve. Once all of the pieces have been removed, each one can be cleaned individually. The old lead is collected and properly recycled, and the glass is cleaned and organized using the charcoal rubbing as a guide. At this point, the panel has been fully documented, dismantled, and prepared for the next stage of conservation. Conserving a leaded glass window is about much more than repairing glass. It's about understanding how it was made, documenting its history, and preserving as much original material as possible before any intervention takes place. Through demonstrations like this, the Brown Homestead aims to foster holistic education, sharing both the knowledge and hands-on skills behind traditional crafts like stained glass. Thanks for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow the Brown Homestead on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more heritage conservation and craftsmanship education.